Hi, all my wonky stitchers. I have been playing how to make these book corners as, you know, like page markers when you get to where you're going in your book. I've made them out of all sorts of things to try and find out which is the easiest and which one I like making best. I've got a lot now. So this one was made out of the upholstery fabric and works. They all work. This one has a felt back and some fabric just folded over to make the triangle. This one is all fabric, just fabric at the back. I could cut this with my pinking shears actually, or I might do that, and folded over fabric. And the last one, I tried the upholstery fabric on the back, and I've got some felt in there as well, which I've stitched on first and then stitched onto here. Very time consuming and not my favourite. So we are going to make a really easy, simple and pretty much anybody can do with a bit of blanket stitching. So I know I've made a few, but I want to try a different way with you. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these. I've got quite a few, as you can tell. So I thought what I'd do is get some sort of, you know, matching. Because, you know, they're in my favourite colours. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put one at the top of the other. Now, there's no measuring, okay? This is your measuring, okay? So you just sort of get this. These are 4-inch and these are 3, these little ones. So what I'm going to do is my 3-inch square, I'm going to cut like this. Okay. And it might be straight, it might not. But we don't worry about things like that. Being wonky stitchers, we just playing. So I'm going to, because I'm a bit clumsy, I'm going to put a pin. yeah, I don't know. Just to hold all them together, okay? And then I'm going to get contrasting colour, because you can do it matching if you want. And I'm going to go to one corner like this. Are you following so far? This is a different way. I've had so many different ideas on how to make these. So what we're going to do is we're going to come up and hide our knot, hopefully, and then do a blanket stitch. So first of all, we've got to start it off. So just like this, go through your loop and we're off. Okay, make sure you make a knot there, otherwise you get a little cross at the start, and we don't really want the cross. And then through the loop. Oops, I've pulled it too tight. That's the loop. Well, it would be if I had both of them. Here we go. Started already, hasn't it? Right, she's going to go through that. I can't see, I've got my glasses on. I need to take my glasses off so I can see what I've done. What have I done? I've managed to tie it in a knot somehow before I've even started. How on earth have I managed to do that? That is pretty good going. Well, perfect. We're ploughing on, guys. We're ploughing on. Right, I've got threads coming off all over the place. Get off. Right, let's see if I can redeem myself. So, blanket stitching up from the back, and you make a loop and you go through your loop and pull your thread through. you can do it all in one stitch. So you can just, but we'll do it this way because I can show you better on the camera. So up and through your loop like that. And it makes a nice, neat top, hopefully. Maybe not. And don't worry about the length of your stitches. You know, a bit of variety makes it look more interesting. Just keep going all the way along. Oops, pulled it too tight again. Just catch it all the way and through. And pull it. Okay, so this is blanket stitch and it's really good for closing up the edges of things, as you can see. Ooh, I don't think it's catching that side very well, but hey, I'm not worrying about that just yet. We'll worry about that later if it didn't work. Let's just make our stitches slightly bigger. Should have checked, but I didn't. There we go, we're fine. Probably best to use fabric that doesn't fray too much. I thought cotton might be okay, but it does seem to be quite frayingable. Through the loop. I haven't figured out how to go around the corner neatly yet. But that's fine. Who needs neatness? Very overrated. Okay. And I quite like it in the contrasting colour. So I'm going to turn and just come up and carry on down this side. And hopefully that makes a nice neat corner. Oh, it might. I might have done corners properly now. Up and through your loop. Through your loop that you haven't got. Come on, where's my loop? There you are. Sometimes you get a bit tangled up and you can just dangle your needle and it unthreads it a bit. And through your loop. Sometimes your last stitch doesn't look as good, but just keep going. It'll even itself out. And if it's wonky, all the better. It's handmade, you know, so you're allowed to be wonky. And through there. I'm hoping I've got enough cotton. There's 2 strands of embroidery thread on my needle. So I thought 1 I wouldn't be able to see very much, and 3 would probably be a bit overkill for like little bits of cotton. So there we go. This is how to make book corners with no measuring. I did start off, I measured those, and it makes no difference at all to the final thing, whether you measure it or not. I don't think. And who can be doing with all that measuring lark? If you like to measure, carry on. Right, now, the corners are quite tricky, but just try and get them just the same through the loop. And then do a extra one like that. And then I like to do just one more just over the top so that it's not going to come undone. Ooh. And snip it Okay, so that's basically it. Now, if I'd only used one piece of fabric, that would be it. But the back isn't very good, so that's why I put that on. So I may now just figured this one out in my head because I hadn't actually thought this through. I'm going to cut a square with my pinking shears like this. Nearly sort of a square. And that's it. Done. These are now separate. So you can, if you want to, just do a little running stitch. Where's my cotton gone? Oh, I've used it all up, haven't I? Right, I'm going to get like one single thread now. So if you do decide to do it this way, which is my 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th attempt, then you're going to need to probably stitch these two together, and really easy. You can just do a little running stitch like that. So just a couple of basic stitches, no measuring. What could be better? Oops. Because we don't like measuring. Takes the fun out of it. I think I've probably got enough now. But they are quite nice to make. Look at that. And if you want to make it in plain fabric, you can always like embroider something onto there, like a flower or maybe an initial or something like that. You know, these would be great as little gifts for book lovers, or if you do craft fairs, maybe you could make them for craft fairs. They'd be like really sweet. And just do a load of different colours. Right, let's see what it looks like. Oh, look at that. I can see straight away where I am, what page I'm on, and looks super cute from that side. And super cute from that side as well. And it doesn't fall off. There's the test. Right, you lucky people, I am now on to the bit where I'm completely winging it. And I know you like these bits, because who knows what's going to happen. We're going to make bookmarks. And I've got a piece of old jeans, which I thought would be quite cool. I don't know why that's flipping. We're not using that end, I've decided. Right, so what I'm going to do is hopefully rip. Yes, I'm going to rip. I've got enough to have another go, it's fine. And it doesn't look very straight, but it doesn't matter. We're going to do something with these in here. I don't know what yet. Quite like this. I might do a pinky coloured one. Oh, look at that. Let's just grab out some pieces. I don't know what I don't know what we've got in here. I've forgotten I've got this little packet. I've got some lace. I've got a big flower. No, stop, Carol, stop. Right. We've got all sorts. Let's just make like a base. Oh, I've got some of that. Now, what I'm planning is that at the end, I'm going to fold and stitch like this. So they've just got the front. Oh, I suppose it doesn't really matter. I could cover it all and then just fold it. Right, we're going to do that instead. I told you I was winging it. And we are just going to stitch. Got my needles threaded. So I thought what I might do is just base them down till I can decide how I'm going to stitch them on. And just going to put a few stitches in just to hold each piece. And I haven't put a knot in the end, so that's asking for trouble, isn't it? This piece looks cool. I love this bit. This is off that sheet that I keep using. Of course, I have done it too long. We're going to come down here though. We might just come up to there. You can overlap them, doesn't matter. Okay, I don't know where you've come from. I broke a nail. Right down. Very annoyed. Oh, all my nails were getting quite nice. I hear what happens. Soon as they're all nice, one breaks, doesn't it? I was like, oh, great. That's perfect. Right, okay. I've now started at the other end. Luckily, I've got some more. So we're just going to stitch this on as well. Let's go over the edge. As I say, not even worrying about tying a knot, because I might pull them out, and it's a lot easier to pull them out when you've sort of not tied a knot. Not tied a knot. Right, I'm hoping that if I stitch this down here, it will become the back. So I'm going to try that. I don't know, might not work. But I like my corner ones. But I did think this might be quite cool too. I don't even know if I'm in line or anything. Talk about wonky. Wonky and... what's the word I'm looking for? I can't talk and stitch today for some reason. I don't know why. I quite like this. I might stitch this on. I've got this bit left. I'm just going to put a couple of stitches in there, like that. And then we can do some proper stitching. And you just keep going with this, and then it runs out and you just pull the needle off. Or it runs out before you pull the needle off, one or the other. And I've got this bit, which is I've cut out. So, you know, ages I've had this in my stash. I wonder if I could put that on there. I'm not sure. It's all... I've got to turn it, haven't I? So, maybe not. Maybe this one. Maybe I'll put this on. Oh, I don't like it. Oh, I don't like it. It's a bit dark now. I sort of quite like it as it is. I might have to find some more pink. Well, that's not too bad. I quite like that. I think my snippers have had it. They know about being... They may get lost on the plane. So they go, no, we don't work. Don't take us with you. What do you think? Should we put this on there? It can go up under there. Be like a big stalk. And I'm not sure about that. I keep that. I've had that for so long in my stash and I still haven't used it. I don't know why. Right, so we're just going to go down this bit. Just tack it on so we can get an idea. And then we're just going to stitch. because there wasn't a lot of stitch. Oh, I've pulled it out. Okay, there's no editing, all right? I haven't got time to edit today. I'm very busy. I've been busy and I've set up a Ko-fi site, which I'm very excited about because it's going to be like a joining of both of my channels. I think. I hope. I don't know. It's going to be something. Whether it'll work or not, I don't know. But I'm wanting to get away from Etsy, and I was looking at setting up my own website, and I have no idea, not a clue. So my next thought was, where can I go that I can, you know, sell my stuff and be in touch with my sort of people? And I was just browsing and this Ko-fi site came up, and I have heard of it, obviously. And I thought, oh, I wonder. So I've had a look, and I thought it looked quite good. It looked like just what I was looking for. So I joined up and I've had a little browse around the site, and I've sort of set up like the intro page, and I can do a blog. Guys, I can do a blog. I can do a, like, you know, this is what's happening, and do this. So, you know, come and join me over here doing this, and we can do lives and all sorts. So it's, I think, I mean, I haven't figured it all out yet, but I'm very excited. Can you tell? So I will leave a link if you want to go and have a look. And of course, it's like a donate thing, you know, buy me a coffee. So I am looking at it to be a sort of long-term process. And I'm hoping that one day, you know, I can actually start reducing my hours at work and doing more of what I really love, which is sort of this, basically. Sitting here chatting to you guys, and this is why I thought this Ko-fi might be a good fit. So, nice little running stitch round there. Now let's try a different stitch, because, you know, we're all about stitching. And I'm trying to stay calm and relaxed. I will now. I was just got a bit excited then about my new thing. So if you want to support me, there'll be a little button underneath the video. If you don't, not a problem. Just press the like button instead. Thanks. You know, the little thumbs up one. And it does all this like woohoo when you press it. You know, it gives you like a little reward. Lots of sparkles and things. I don't know why YouTube think that makes you feel appreciated, I guess. I'll never stop YouTube, obviously. And it's not, Ko-fi isn't for that. It's just for, it's mainly moving away from Etsy. But being able to do a blog is sort of a bonus on top of that. I've always fancied doing that. You know, I mean, just having a little place where I can share all my stuff that doesn't really fit on my channels. You know, like, I don't know what I'm going to put on there. I'm going to wait and see what the comments are. I'm stitching around the green leaves in pink now. Am I bothered? What do you think? What do you think? I think we're not bothered. I think we just go with whatever we've got on our needle. I have done a lot of pinks, so there will be a lot of pink on here. And this is, I think, called, I don't know what this stitch is. I want to say a slip stitch. I could be wrong. If you know, in the comments. Just remind me. I'll have probably forgotten by next week. But, yeah, no, my brain doesn't work that good. So I'm just going to go round this. Exactly the same all the way round. So what are we going to do next? Let's make sure this is down. And I might do some sort of, what are they called? You know, those ones. Just to hold it down. I don't want to hide my little frayed edge, so I'm just going to do a stitch on both sides. And I know I can't remember what it's called. You know, it's like a ladder stitch. Look, looks like a ladder. That's what I'm calling it. Up we go. Yep. Got a busy weekend coming up. I've got my boss at work. It's her birthday, so we've planned to take her to Highcliffe Castle, which is just down the road. It's not really a castle. It's like a sort of manor house, but you know, it's close enough to a castle. They call it Highcliffe Castle, and we're going to go have a walk around inside, and then we're going to go for tea and cake and maybe a little stroll afterwards, depending on the weather. And, you know, just to work off the cake a bit. So it's something she wants to do. So that's what we're doing. Must admit, it's something I like to do as well. How many of you like the old stately homes? I shall tell you all about it and whether it's worth going. I don't think it's that expensive to get in. About £10, I think, to have a walk around. You can walk around for free outside. They've got like really nice gardens. Obviously, you know, the beginning of February isn't the best time to go and see the gardens. But it's right on the beach. And it's really, really nice. Really nice. So, and I know we've been there for tea and cake before when we've walked the dog, and it's cool. It's a good place to go for tea and cake. I know this. Okay. Ooh, I've got this. Ooh. What are we going to do with this? I'm thinking maybe we just sort of decorate in here somewhere. Should we just do some... Maybe we'll do some crosses. We haven't done crosses for a while, have we? We've done lots of French knots. And basically all we're doing is just decorating this ready to stitch into a bookmark. And you can just leave it as... what's the word I'm looking for? Patchwork. That's the word. Oh, not a good day for words today. I've got so much going on in my brain. It's distracting me. Distracting me, it is. That's a big cross. Little ones, big ones, doesn't matter. Crosses are quite easy. I want to have a little go at cross stitch. Who would be interested in seeing me have a go at cross stitch? And let me know if you cross stitch, whether it's fun or not. I just want to know if it's fun. Because I've got some cross stitch kits, some old ones that I've sort of picked up, you know, in me travels around car boots, and the charity shops, and I pick them up and I think, oh, cross stitch. And I've never done it, but I think it can't be hard because, you know, it's crosses, and crosses are quite easy. And it gives you like the holes, doesn't it, where you can actually put your needle in and out. So your crosses are all sort of the same size. Whoa. Dodgy ground, dodgy ground. Can you imagine me doing something that's like all neat and tidy? Yeah, might not happen. I'm just curious. And the other thing I'm going to try, I've already bought the kit. I've bought a set because I want to have a go, is needle felting. So I'm thinking about having a go at that as well. Just something different to try. And I want to combine the needle felting with my art pieces and just see how that goes. And my plan is maybe to do that with where's it gone? I got it out. Do you remember the painted pieces we did? Because I'm thinking that could be a really good journal cover. Or I can just frame it like a picture if it turns out really good. But I'm thinking art and fibre and things like that on it. So I've done a little practice piece. I will show you the practice piece. In fact, what I'll do is I'll pop it up on the Facebook group. And I'll let them have a look and tell me what they think. My crazy art. I enjoy doing it. And that's the main thing about slow stitching. If you enjoy doing it, then do it. There's no rules. We don't like rules. Which is why I'm not quite sure if cross stitching is going to be for me. But I wouldn't mind having a go. You know, it's something I want to say I've tried and I don't like it, or I've tried and I quite like it, but it's not something I want to keep doing, or whether it's just something I absolutely love in the end. And I do loads of cross stitching. I don't know. But you never know until you try these things, do you? You have to have a go. And I am just going to keep making these little crosses until I run out of cotton, which is going to be quite soon. Which was quite good because it's lasted me, oopsie, all the way down. Oh, no, that's too close. Right on the edge. It's a bit tricky right on the edge, isn't it? Let's do one more. Let's see if we can stretch it up here. I always want to get one more in, don't I? And one more just to use up every single bit of my thread. Okay. Just got this little bit here. And what I'm just going to stitch it on because I'm very mindful about how long the video is actually going to be now. Because it wasn't a long video, and now it is. So I'm going to just do some straight stitching and pop these on, and then stitch it up so that we can see if it works. Might be a disaster, but hey, I'll still have a bookmark. Another bookmark. Right, I first of all need to go up here because that hasn't been done yet because I run out of thread. There seems to be a bit of a bobble, just there, which I'm hoping I might be able to stitch down, but maybe not. Okay, maybe not. No biggie. We'll just come back and do an extra one, and then we'll come back to the bottom. And of course I've got to turn my work over. And I'm just going to stitch along there. And hopefully I've got all the edges. So please let me know if this is something you want me to carry on doing, sort of, you know, the useful things. Or if you just want me to do my my usual, you know, making books and things like that. Right, now what I want to do is fold and fold and stitch it. And I'm thinking that'll be my bookmark. And this looks like it might be the front because it's much more pretty. Is it straight? Ish. Some of these pins are very blunt and they don't even go through. That'll teach me. I must buy new pins. No. Come on, fold over. It does not want to fold over. Get in there. Right. Oh, the battle of the pins. Right, what do you think? I really do think this is going to be the front. How strange. Right, I had a needle. I've still got a needle. So, the best way to do it is, I think I'm just going to go over this sort of edge where I've got this lace. Yeah, I will come back and do the bottom and the top, maybe. Oh, we were doing so well. It was going to be one video where I didn't unthread a needle. No, it's not. There we go. Right, so I think I'm just going to do this. I'm not going to go all the way through. Obviously, I don't want to. I did go all the way through because I've got a knot there. Oh well, never mind. I'm going to just catch underneath and come up. So it's not going all the way through. It's just catching this top layer. And take that one out. I mean, you can use all sorts of things for book markers, but I think these little ideas are quite cool. This one's took a bit longer because of all the stitching on, but you can do all sorts of embroidery on the others, you know. I mean, you could put your name on them. That would be quite cool if you were very good at the stitching. Of names in the cursive stitching, you know, like, ooh, I could have done Carol. I didn't. I just did a bit of patchwork. You could easily make these for your friends. Valentine's is coming up. If you know a bookworm that would appreciate a little book marker, page marker. Be a cute little present. I don't want to go too far over. And I'm not going to have enough, am I, to come all the way to the top? I sort of quite like it, I think. Not bad for a impro. Obviously, you know, you can probably do better. And I'm hoping I'm going to see some really cool bookmarks and page marks in the stitching group on my Facebook page. I know you can do it. I want to see your take, because you know I'm only here to give you a bit of inspiration and give you some ideas about what to stitch if you're like lost for, oh, I don't know what to stitch today. When I don't know what to stitch, I just grab scraps. Right, I'm in trouble now because I have run out of cotton. So I'm going to try and tie that off here. Like a little knot here. And hopefully it hides underneath. Right, we're ready to just finish this off. And you can see my knot, but you know, it doesn't matter. Really, in the big scheme of things, it isn't a problem. Get in. There you go. It's about as in as it's going to go, isn't it? I mean, I could have done blanket stitch or something up here, but I think this will work. This will work. And take that pin out. Hopefully it doesn't move while I'm just coming up here. I quite like seeing my stitches. So do let me know if you decide to make one. I'd love to see it. Come and post it on the face. If you don't do Facebook, then you can always send me a photo to my email address, and I'll pop it up for you on the community wall. We used to do that before we had the Facebook group. And I know some people don't do Facebook. I don't really do Facebook apart from my wonky stitching. It's the only bit I do. I don't want to see pictures of people's dinner. Okay, I thought I've finished, but I've not finished because I've got to sew at the end. So I'm thinking I might just go down like that and go to the edge. Over here. On my head, on my head. And we're just going to do, you know, the normal, let's close this gap up stitch. Blanket stitch the hole at the end. Closed. And I'm going to nip back to the other end and do that one as well. Very easy to do, guys. You can do this, I promise. Have a go, and I'll see you next week when we will be back to doing another page in the Mermaid Concertina book. So please join me then. I'll see you very soon. Bye.